It ended here, just after 9 a.m. on a quiet Louisiana highway, in an explosion of metal and flesh. The violent crime spree snuffed out, a 2-year love affair ended, where destiny said it must.
That's why they died together. They couldn't find them apart from each other.
She had just been laid off from a Dallas cafe. He was dabbling in petty crime.
He told folks that when they met, it was love at first sight. They were inseparable for the next 2 weeks. Clyde was sleeping on her mama's couch and he got picked up by the sheriff's department. They showed up.
Clyde talks Bonnie into smuggling a gun into jail. He breaks out but is soon recaptured and ends up sentenced to 2 years in the notorious East Ham prison.
Clyde was raped by a man named Ed Crowder.
A man he later murders.
The story is Clyde fractured his skull with a galvanized pipe.
After leaving East Ham, Clyde vows to never go to prison again.
He said he was running, and that's how it started.
He reconnects with Bonnie and the violence begins. But not with her.
Bonnie never robbed or killed anybody because Clyde wouldn't take her. If he went to do a job, he went with somebody else. He left her. She never walked into a bank or a store or anywhere and said, "Stick 'em up."
In fact, Perry Carver says Bonnie never fired a gun at anyone. So these famous pictures were just two young lovers playing around. But the fun and games end when Clyde wrecks his car. Bonnie is severely burned.
30% of her body, but her left leg was mangled. It was burnt to the bone.
Then the shootouts begin.
Dexfield, she was shot in the stomach. In Sowers, Texas, they were both shot through both legs. There wasn't much left of her legs when she died. She couldn't walk. She either had to hobble or hop on one leg. People in this area that knew them, that interacted with them, said they had a stench to them. Said they could have got right out of the shower or a bath or whatever and been clean, but they still had a stench of infection. I mean, they were really the walking dead. That they were inseparable. Clyde would have, if he didn't love her, he would have kicked her to the curb. If she didn't love him, she'd have left him.
2 days before her violent death,
she told Percy, she said, "Percy, I'm gonna have to die because of my love for a man."
at 9:15 in the morning, with the wildflowers in full bloom off Highway 154, it was finished.
There was only one Bonnie and Clyde, and that's because of what they went through in 25 months, their commitment. It was a love story. I mean, it was just a violent love story.